Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to my 2001 season replay in Payoff Pitch Baseball. Block number 2 finds us on April 5th, 2001 at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado, where the St. Louis Cardinals are playing the Colorado Rockies. And we're expecting the ball to fly. I'm expecting the ball to fly tonight, especially on any wheelhouse checks. I'm just going to show you the card for Coors Field in 2001. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of wheelhouse tonight. We're going to have a lot of wheelhouse tonight off the ballpark card, as Philip Reynolds is first to join us here at Coors Field. Happy New Year to you as well, Philip, and hopefully you're in the mood for some fireworks tonight, because we are going to have the ball going flying, most likely. Go Rockies. You'll probably cancel out Jester if he stops by later. He'll be saying Go Cardinals. Anyway, without any further ado, let's jump. Hold on. Okay. I was just checking on my Excel workbook, but it looks like everything is good here. So, yep. Just making sure there are no problems with the ticker, but we are all set to jump into this one. So, let's jump in. Starting pitcher for the Colorado Rockies is Pedro Astacio. 6-13 with a 5.49 ERA, 141 innings pitched, 151 hits, 21 homers, 50 walks, and 125 strikeouts in 2001. Let's go ahead and meet the lineup. The Cardinals lineup, Astacio is going to be charged with keeping in check tonight. Leading off for the Cardinals, we've got Fernando Vina at second base, Edgar Renteria's at shortstop, Larry Sutton's at first base, Ray Langford is in left field, Placido Polanco's at third base, J.D. Drew is in center field, John Mabry's in right field, Mike Matheny's catching, and Matt Morris is hitting off a pitcher hitting card 5. And Jester always seems to root for the wrong teams. Well, I'm not going to comment on Ohio State and their misfortunes this year, but I will say the Cardinals in the playoffs, at least on my replays, have been very snake-bitten. They're in 3 baseball season replays, the Cardinals, I hate to say it for his sake, the Cardinals are 0 for forever. They've yet to win even a playoff game on the channel, never mind a playoff series. But I'm going to take a quick drink, and then we'll jump into the action. That's also giving time for me to check settings in Digital Diamond. Oh. Looks like we're all good there. Leading off is Fernando Vina. Astacio being a righty, 7 homers, 21 walks against right-handed pitching. We're going to use purple, black, and silver dice tonight. Rockies are the home team. Astacio looking in at Brent Maine for the sign. Fans here at Coors Field are expecting a wild one. There should be a lot of fireworks tonight. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. Will the Cardinals be able to win this game on the board? Astacio will set, and the only way to find out is to go to the first pitch, so here we go. An 8 is going to be a tough 61, and against a righty that's going to be much too high. 61 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Ron Gant will get under that one for the Rockies. He will make the play for out number 1, and we are underway here at Coors Field. And next up is the shortstop, Edgar Renteria. 7 homers, 22 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. And I'm going to move my iPad away from in front of my laptop. Should be able to plug it in over here. Perfect. And make sure it's going to stay set. There we go. Okay. Astacio looking in at Maine for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup. And here comes the pitch. 6. That's going to be an in-play 5. And against a righty, Renteria is going to smack that one into the outfield. He will be at second base with a double. And if the Blue Jays and the Rangers are anything to go by this morning, this should be a wild season. Larry Sutton, the lefty, now in the batter's box. 1 home run, 1 walk against right-handed pitching in 2001. Astacio looking in at Maine for the sign once again. Actually, I'm going to move these cards just a touch. See if I can flatten out the tablecloth a little bit. There we go. Astacio will set, and he will pitch. 9, that's going to be a tough 43. And Sutton's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. 2 down in the inning, and Ray Lankford, now the batter for the Cardinals. 12 home runs, 32 walks against right-handed pitching while he was with the Cardinals in 2001. Astacio, looking in at Maine for the sign once again. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that's a ballpark. 69 is wheelhouse. And Coors Field is going to waste no time living up to its reputation as a launching pad, as that is going to get out of here with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Ray Lankford. 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals once I find my remote. Stadium groans. Ugh. Placido Polanco, now the batter. 3 home runs, 17 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He's got to shake that one off. He will set, and he will pitch. 10, that's another ballpark check. 58 is wheelhouse. And a 34 will be enough for a 2-out single as Polanco gets on with a 2-out single. Here's J.D. Drew. 24 homers, 44 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Astacio, finding the Rockies, suddenly down 2-0. He will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. An 8. That's going to be a tough 11. And Drew's going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3. That will retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits. A 2-run blast by Ray Lankford makes the score St. Louis 2, Colorado coming to bat. Now if I could just give the Yankees that luck, probably the O for forever. Unfortunately, if you're talking about that luck, Philip, the Yankees have won a playoff game on the channel. But, anywho, starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals is Matt Morris. 22-8 with a 3.16 ERA, 216 and a third innings pitched, 218 hits, 13 homers, 54 walks, and 185 strikeouts in 2001. Well, we are at Coors Field, Philip, so the ball is probably going to start flying out of here in rather short order. I mean, it already has, but let's see who the Rockies are sending up to the plate to deal with Morris tonight. Leading off is Juan Pierre in center field, Todd Walker at second base, Larry Walker in right field, Todd Helton at first base, Jeff Cirillo is at third base, Ron Gant is in left field, Nafi Perez is at shortstop, Brent Maine is catching, and Pedro Astacio is hitting off of pitcher hitting card 3. And that's the lineup Morris will have to deal with tonight. Leading off for the Rockies is Juan Pierre. 2 homers, 31 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. We will see if the Rockies are able to follow the Cardinals' lead. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. Boxcars, that'll be a tough 53, and a 53 is going to be lined right to short. Renteria putting his glove up in self-defense. The ball will slam into it. That'll be out number 1. And here's Todd Walker, the lefty. 11 homers, 22 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Morris getting the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 5. That's going to be a patient 5, and Walker's plenty patient to have a walk. Well, Todd will be patient enough to have a walk. Infield will go to double play depth, and we'll see what Larry Walker's able to do with Morris on the hill. 24 homers, 61 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Walker's an STL. He's not going anywhere. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 7, that'll be a tough 39. And Walker is going to swing through a changeup for strike 3. That'll be out number 2. Two down, and the next tying run takes the form of Todd Helton. Got a lot of power. 42 homers, 63 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Helton, very capable of tying this game with one swing of the bat. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a tough 47, and Helton's going to fight that one off. He will have a single. With two outs, Walker will make it to third. Jeff Cirillo, now the batter. 17 homers, 30 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. Fans here at Coors Field are on their feet. Morris will set, and he will pitch. 8. That's going to be an in-play 70. That'll be way too high to do anything with on an in-play. That's going to get grounded over to second. Vigna will pick that one up. He'll take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. A hit and a walk, but the Rockies aren't able to get anything out of it. 2-0 St. Louis after 1. Top of the second coming up will bring us to the bottom of the Cardinals' order, as John Mabry, with a very depressing card for the Cardinals, takes his first turn at the mound. No homers, no walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Not sure why the Cardinals brought him out now, but, well, we're not going to question it here. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is going to be a tough 57, and was there any other outcome other than a swing and a miss looking at his card? Strike 3, that is out number 1. Third strikeout of the day by night by Astacio. 1 down in the inning. Here's Matheny. Here's Mike Matheny. 3 homers, 15 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 4, that's a wheelhouse 3, and Matheny just extended the lead for the Cardinals with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Mike Matheny. 3-0 Cardinals. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Matt Morris hitting off of pitcher hitting card 5. I don't think Morris can go deep with this one. Astacio's got to shake that one off too. He will get the sign from Cirillo, and he will pitch. 5, that's a tough 23, and to the surprise of, well, not yours truly, that is a swing and a miss as Morris forgets what the bat is on his shoulder for. 2 down in the inning. And here's Vigna. Vigna flew out his first time up. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That is going to be a tough 58, and that'll be grounded over to third. Picking that up will be Cirillo. He'll make the play over to first, and that will retire the side. But the Cardinals get 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Mike Matheny. It is now 3-0 St. Louis, heading into the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second coming up brings us to the middle of the Rockies order. Leading off is Ron Gant. 5 homers, 12 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set and he will pitch. 10, that'll be a patient 34, and Gant will be patient enough to lead the inning off with a walk. The infield will move to double play depth as Nafi Perez will take his turn in the batter's box. 4 homers, 14 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Perez will, of course, be batting lefty for this at-bat. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he actually could... Hold on. Gant might consider stealing here. A B1, though. B1 is a... Never mind. B1's a fair chance to steal. Gant's not going anywhere. He will set. So Morris will set, and here comes the pitch. 9 is going to be a tough 46, and that'll be grounded right back to the pitcher. 6 or less on 2D6. That'll be a double play. No, Gant will be thrown out as the throw will go to second. To get Gant, Perez will make first. 1 out in the inning. One out in the inning, and Brent Main taking his turn in the batter's box. No home runs, 13 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Morris will get the sign from Matheny once again. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a tough, I'm going to re-roll that, a tough 53, and against a righty, Main will fight that off. He'll have a base hit. Line drive into center field, runner on first advances 1 base. And Pedro Estacio coming in on pitcher hitting card 3. I think they might try to... I think they're probably going to have him lay down the bunt. They'll bring the corners in expecting it. And yeah, they are going to lay down the bunt. I'm not going to pull the fast action card up to the camera. Estacio is a B bunter. And that'll be a good sacrifice right in front of the plate. As he'll move the runners up, but there will be 2 outs in the inning. Come on. And here's Pierre. Pierre tonight lined to short. Morris trying to get out of the inning with no trouble. He will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 33. And wow, against a righty, Pierre's going to get a hold of that one. He's going to clear the bases. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Pierre is going to have a bases clearing triple. Wow. And just like that, it is 3-2 in favor of the Rockies, or in favor of the Cardinals. Stadium cheers. Yay! Here's Walker. Suddenly this is a 1-run game. Walker today reached on a walk. All of a sudden, a base hit ties this game. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and here comes the pitch. Coors Field on their feet, by the way. Here's the pitch. 7, that's a tough 25, and Walker's going to swing through a changeup for strike 3. That will retire the side. But the Rockies get on the board here. 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and a sacrifice hit. But it is now 3-2 St. Louis after 2. Top of the third brings us back to the top of the Cardinals order. here's Renteria. Renteria tonight has a double, and he scored the first Cardinal run of the day, or of the night. Astacio looking in at Maine for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. Astacio looking at a tough 45, and Renteria is going to fight that one off. He'll be on with a leadoff single. Renteria putting together a 2-for-2 night so far. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Sutton. Sutton today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He's an A bunter. They might have him bunt, actually. He doesn't have a lot of power, and I think they are going to have him bunt. So an A bunt. That'll be a good sacrifice right back to Astacio. The only play he'll have will be to first. That'll send Renteria to second. 1 out in the inning. Cardinals are going to play a little bit of small ball here, but here's Langford. Langford has the 2-run bomb back in the first. Renteria waits at first. They are not going to give Langford the bunt sign. He'd give the bunt sign a sign of his own and swing away anyway. Astacio will get the sign from Maine, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 2, and Langford will be on with a 1-out walk. Maybe they pitched Langford a little bit soft, trying not to have him do more damage. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Polanco. Polanco has a single tonight. Renteria, a B3, could make him a... B3 would make him a very good chance to steal, but I don't think they're going to risk it here. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That is going to be a tough 79, and a tough 79 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Pierre. He will make the catch for out number 2. Renteria's run rating is a 7. I believe on a 7, on a fly ball to center field, if the runner's run rating is a 7, runner on second base advances to third if his run rating is 7 or higher. So, yep, Renteria will make third. So that'll be an F8 R2 star, I think is what I want here. I want to make sure we're going to end up with runners at the corners with 2 outs. Perfect. And here's Drew. Drew today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Astacio is in a little bit of trouble here, but he's got 2 outs. Fans here at Coors Field are on their feet hoping for a big-time pitch. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 5. That'll be a tough 60, and ooh, Drew just misses it, but that's going to be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one for the Rockies is going to be Gant. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Stadium size. Phew! 1 run, 1 walk, a sacrifice hit, but the Cardinals are not able to do anything with it. Still holding on to a 3-2 lead as we get set for the bottom of the third. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little bit of Thursday night baseball here on the channel as we're still in the very early stages of the 2001 season replay. Heart of the order up for the Rockies, down 1 here in the bottom of the third. Here's Larry Walker. Walker struck out his first time up. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 7, that's going to be a tough 22, and another ugly swing by Walker as he swings through a changeup for strike 3. That is out number 1. Third strikeout today by Morris. 1 away in the inning, and here's Helton. Helton today has a single. Morris, come here. Morris looking in at Matheny for the sign. He will set, here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 74, and that'll be grounded over to short. Renteria waiting for that one with no trouble. He will toss that over to first. 2 down in the inning. Here's Cirillo. Cirillo is 0 for 1. Morris looking in at Matheny. Fans here at Coors Field hoping Cirillo can continue this inning. Morris will set, and he will pitch. 4 is going to be an in-play 10, and ask and ye shall receive. Cirillo will extend the inning with a single. Here's Gant. Gant tonight has a walk. 3-2 Cardinals, bottom of the third. Cirillo on at first. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 4 is going to be an in-play 9, and Gant's going to smack that one into the outfield. That's going to be a double. Grounder down the line into left field. Cirillo will score. Gant will be at second. We are tied. We're going to be tied at 3. Stadium cheers. Yay! Batter now is Perez. Perez grounded out his first time up. Actually, he grounded into a fielder's choice, it looks like. Yeah, he grounded into a fielder's choice. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will... Wait, what? Hold on. I gotta back this play up. I flipped over the card and the runner did score. So I just gotta enter that. We gotta do that instead with it. Because we should have a tie game in Digital Diamond, and we do. Now Morris gets the sign from Matheny, and now he'll pitch. 4 is going to be an in-play 15, and that's going to be a base hit for Perez. Runner actually extra base advancement. I've been doing extra base advancement with 2 outs. Gant will score. The Rockies will take the lead. That is 4-3 in favor of Colorado. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Maine. Maine is 1 for 1 with a single tonight. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. Suddenly, Morris trailing 4-3. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That is going to be a tough 78, and that's going to be grounded over to short. Renteria will get to that one. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. But the Rockies take the lead on 2 runs on 3 hits, all with 2 outs, as the Rockies take a 4-3 lead after 3. Top of the 4th coming up, and leading off is Mabry. Mabry is 0 for 1. Astacio, now with a 4-3 lead to work with here in Colorado. He will get the sign from Maine, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 9, and Mabry is going to pop that up on the infield into foul territory. Helton will get under that one on the foul side of the line. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 1. Here's Matheny. Matheny has a solo bomb tonight. 4-3 Rockies, top of the 4th. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 81. Matheny is not that patient against a righty. That's going to get lifted into center field. Not having to move too far for that is going to be Pierre. He will make the catch. 2 down in the inning. Here's Morris. Morris struck out his first time up. Astacio looking at Maine for the sign. He will set and he will pitch. 10 is a ballpark check. 80. Morris is a righty. That's wheelhouse. Except the 57 is going to be way too high. That'll be a fly ball into right field. Coming in for that one is Walker. He'll make that catch at a jog, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals here in the top of the fourth. Still 4-3 Rockies as we get set for the bottom of the fourth. As Astacio now steps into the batter's box. He had a sacrifice hit his first time up. Unfortunately, nobody on base for Astacio to move over, so he's got to swing. He's got to try to pretend he knows what the bat's for. Morris will get the sign from Matheny, and he will pitch. Boxcars is going to be a tough 3, and that's one thing you can do with the bat, Astacio, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to hit the ball, not inadvertently throw the bat at your third base coach. Anyway, that'll be a strikeout for 1 down in the inning. As the third base coach gives us a thumbs up, says, "I'm okay." As he managed to got out of the way of the flying bat. Here's Pierre. Pierre is 1 for 2, but that one was a bases clearing triple that went a long way to tying this. That went a long way to tying this game and eventually giving Colorado the lead. Morris will get the sign from Matheny, and he will pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 56, but that's going to be a ground ball over to third. Polanco waiting for that one. He'll make the play for out number 2. Here's Walker. Here's Todd Walker. Walker's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk tonight. 4-3 Rockies, bottom of the fourth. Morris will get the sign from Matheny. He will set and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a tough 26, and Walker is going to swing through a changeup for strike 3 for his second strikeout of the day, or the night, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies here in the bottom of the fourth. Still 4-3 Colorado after 4. Just grabbing a quick drink before we continue. Much better. Top of the fifth brings us back to the top of the Cardinals order. Here's Vigna. Vigna tonight is 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. 4-3 Rockies, top of the fifth. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a patient 31, and Vigna is going to fight that one off. He will be on with a leadoff single. Infield will go to double play depth, and here's Renteria. Renteria is 2 for 2. He's got a single, he's got a double and a single tonight. Vigna a C3. That's probably not a good chance to steal. That's a normal chance. Vigna will stay put. They could do the hit and run, but Renteria is going to swing away. Astacio will get the sign from Maine, and he will pitch. 6 is going to be an in-play 71, and that'll be grounded over to second. Picking that up is going to be Walker. Let's see if they turn the double play here. That is a 7 or less on 2D6. Walker's got it. He'll throw that over to Perez. That'll get Vigna. Perez turns, throws it to Hilton at first. Relays in time. That'll be a 4-6-3 twin killing. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2 outs in the inning. Sutton, now the batter with the bases empty. Sutton tonight is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice hit. And a sacrifice. Pastasio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is going to be an in-play 44, and that's going to be grounded over to third. Grabbing that is going to be Cirillo. He will throw it over to first, and that will retire the side. 1 hit, but the Cardinals can't do anything with it. Still 4-3 Colorado as we get set for the bottom of the 5th. That twin killing probably made Phillip very happy. Bottom of the 5th coming up, and we've got the heart of the Rockies order. Here's Larry Walker stepping into the batter's box. Walker tonight is 0 for 2. He's got 2 strikeouts, though. Morris looking in at Matheny for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, the kick, and here comes the pitch. 8 is going to be an in-play 17, and Walker is going to lead us off with a base hit. He will be on first. The infield will go to double play depth. Here's the ever-dangerous Helton. Helton tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Morris trying to get out of trouble here. He will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 5, that's a patient 32, and that's going to be a walk. As they're going to pitch around Helton unintentionally, but Helton will be on with a walk. And just like that, the Rockies have something going on here with nobody out. Batter now is Cirillo. Cirillo today is 1 for 2. He's got a single. We're going to get some activity in the Cardinals bullpen as it's starting to get loose for the Cardinals. Do they have somebody in long relief? They are going to have to make do from the looks of it. Let's see. Who do the Rockies have coming up? Right switch left. Let's see. They're going to get... They're going to get Steve Klein. The Cardinals are going to get Steve Klein warming up. As we've got a dangerous situation here if you're a Redbirds fan. Morris looking in at Matheny for the sign. He will set. Here's the kick. And here comes the pitch. 8. That is an in-play 2. And Cirillo's going to get a hold of that one. That's going to be a double. That will go as a grounder down the line into left field. Everybody comes around to score. Walker will score. Helton will come all the way around from first to score. Cirillo will end up at second with a double. 6-3 in favor of the Rockies. Stadium cheers. Yay! And this is all happening with nobody out, to the point where Morris is now fatigued. So he gets the pitcher fatigue card. Here's Gant. Gant tonight is 1 for 1 with a double, and I think that's actually going to be it for Morris. The Cardinals here at Coors Field, there's no way in the world the Cardinals are going to take a chance on this going catastrophically bad, as it very easily could here at Coors Field. So the Cardinals are going to go to the bullpen. But we're not being able to completely close the book on Morris yet, because Cirillo remains Morris's problem. Coming in to pitch for the Cardinals will be Steve Klein. 3-3 with a 1.80 ERA. 75 innings pitched, 53 hits, 3 homers, 29 walks, and 54 strikeouts in 2001. The Cardinals need to stop this carnage. They need to get this game under control right here. Klein will look into Matheny for the sign. Fans here at Coors Field on their feet. Klein will set, and he will pitch. 5. That will be a tough 85. That's going to be just too high. 85. That's going to be a grounder over to short. Picking that up is going to be... Let's see. Third, if runner's on second, when it's hit to shortstop on the throw. So Cirillo will make it over to third. So that'll be a G6 for 1 out in the inning. Let me make sure in Digital Diamond, Cirillo does make it to third on the throw, but he should. That is also going to force the infield in. He does. Okay, good. That'll force the infield in, and the batter here is Perez. Perez is 1 for 2 with a single. Klein will get the sign from Matheny. Klein will set, and he will pitch. 6, that's going to be an in-play 8, and against a righty, that's going to be a base hit. Cirillo will score, which is going to affect Morris's ERA. It is now 7-3. Hold on. It'll be 7-3 in favor of the Rockies. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Maine. Maine today is 1 for 2 with a single. Klein also looking a little bit shaky here. Klein will get the sign from Matheny, and he will pitch. 3, that's going to be a patient 17, and against a lefty, Maine will have a single out of that. Line drive into the left field, runner on first advances 1 base. So Perez will go to second, Maine will go to first. S7, didn't mean to jar the camera there. The corners will come in expecting the bunt from Astacio. Astacio has a good sacrifice tonight. He's also struck out, and yeah, they are going to lay down the sacrifice with a B bunt. Ooh, a DP roll. I believe that's going to be a double play. Let me double check what that means. Yep, with runner on first, lead runner, and the batter out. So he bunted it too hard, right back to the pitcher. Pitcher is going to turn around, fire that over to... He'll fire that over to Vigna. Vigna will fire over to Sutton. That's going to be a G143 inning-ending double play. Stadium groans. Ugh. But they can't groan too loudly because the Rockies may have taken control of this game. 3 runs on 4 hits and a walk, and the Rockies now holding a 7-3 lead after 5. Top of the 6th coming up brings us to the middle of the Cardinals' order. Here's Lankford. Lankford tonight is 1 for 1. That one was a 2-run blast. Astacio with a serviceable performance, I would say, tonight, but he's got the lead. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 will be a tough 3. That's going to be an ugly swing by Lankford. Strike 3, out number 1. And here's Polanco. Polanco's 1 for 2 with a single tonight. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 11 is going to be a patient 21. And Polanco is going to fight that one off. He's going to have a double. Here's Drew. Drew tonight is 0 for 2. He's struck out and flown out. Polanco waits at second with a big run for the Cardinals. Astacio will get the sign from Matheny. He will set and he will pitch. 4. That's a wheelhouse 64. And Drew is going to smack that one into the outfield. He'll be at second with a double as Polanco will score. And that'll be 7-4 in favor of the Rockies. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Mabry. Mabry tonight is 0 for 2. And he's an F bunter, so I think they've got to have him swing away. And hope to God he hits a wheelhouse or a patient with a very low roll on either one. Astacio will get the sign from... Actually... I think they're going to have him take a chance on a sacrifice bunt. Maybe he won't mess that up. And that will be a good sacrifice bunted right in front of the plate. And there's the bunt. Drew will make third. 2 down in the inning. Here's Matheny. Matheny tonight is 1 for 2 with a bomb. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set and he will pitch. 5. That's going to be a tough 57. And against a righty, Matheny will come through. That'll be a single. Drew will score. Drew will score, and it will now be 7-5 in favor of the Rockies. Things getting interesting here all of a sudden. We're going to get some activity in the Cardinals bullpen, as Klein is going to come out of the game for a pinch hitter. They're going to get Mike James warming up in the Cardinal bullpen. As Klein is going to come out of the game, the Cardinals are going to go to the bench. Let's see who they're going to bring in to pinch hit. They're going to bring in... They're going to go lefty on righty and bring in Jim Edmonds to pinch hit. 27 home runs, 59 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. Edmonds, very capable of tying this game with one swing of the bat. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set and he will pitch. 6. That is an in-play 71. That won't do it. That'll be a ground ball over to short. Perez will grab that. He'll make the play over to first. Actually, he'll take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits and a sacrifice hit. Score is now 7-5 Colorado as we get set for the bottom of the 6th. Stadium size. Phew. Wait. Right. Cardinals need a pitcher. So we'll deal with that before we go any further. Coming in to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Mike James. 1-2 with a 5.21 ERA. 38 innings pitched, 43 hits, 5 homers, 17 walks, 26 strikeouts in 2001. He will be charged with the top of the Rockies order. Here's Todd Walker. Walker's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. We're going to get some activity in the Rockies bullpen as well, as coming into pitch for the as starting to get loose for the Rockies is going to be they're going to get Ron Vallone warming up for the Rockies. As James will get the sign from Matheny. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. 11, that's going to be a defense check for the Cardinals. Let's see what we're doing with that. Defense, we're looking at an error on the first baseman. First baseman is Sutton. His error rating is a 5. 83, that'll be an easy out. And that'll be popped up in foul territory. Sutton will get under that one with no trouble. He will make the catch for out number 1. One down in the inning, and the batter now is Larry Walker. Walker it'll be Todd. Actually, it's Todd Walker. Todd Walker. I'm doing this a little bit out of order. Walker tonight is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. James will get the sign. I think it was actually Pierre leading off. But anyway, it's Walker at the plate now. James will get the sign from Matheny, and he will pitch. 5 is going to be a patient 77. Walker's not that patient against a righty. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. Drew will get under that one. He'll make the play for out number 2. Now here's Larry Walker. Walker's 1 for 3 with a single and 2 strikeouts. James will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 38. That's going to be just a little bit too high. That'll get popped up on the infield. Vigna calling everybody off at second base. He will make the play, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies here in the bottom of the 6th. Still 7-5 Colorado after 6. Just going to check on a couple things here. See if there's anything crazy going on tonight. Okay. Leading off the top of the 7th brings us back to the top of the Cardinals order. Here's Vigna. Vigna tonight is 1 for 3. He's got a single. And as usual, I will see you guys for the 7th inning stretch. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. That's a cocked purple die. 7 is going to be a patient 49. And plunk, ouch. Astacio hits Vigna. I think that's our 3rd hit batter on the board this season. Infield will end up at double play depth. Maybe fatigue starting to get to him a little bit. Batter now is Renteria. Renteria tonight is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Vigna not going anywhere on the base pass. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 8. That's going to be a tough 81. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one for the Rockies is Pierre. He will make the catch, and that is out number 1. Here's Sutton. Sutton tonight is 0 for 2. He's got a strikeout and a sacrifice hit. They're going to let him swing away. Cardinals are tempted to have the sacrifice on, but no, they ain't base runners here. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a tough 55. And against a righty, Sutton's going to fight that one off. He will have a single. Let's go get a fast action card from the Cardinals deck. Hard grounder into right field. Everybody advances 1 base. So Sutton finding himself on here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. And here's Langford. Langford tonight is 1 for 2 with a 2-run bomb, a walk, and a strikeout. Capable of giving the Cardinals the lead here. Astacio will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 5, that's a tough 31. That's going to be another bad swing by Langford as he gets in front of a splitter for strike 3. That'll be out number 2. And here's Polanco. Polanco tonight is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Astacio trying to get out of the inning so he can turn this over to the bullpen. He will get the sign from Maine, and he will pitch. 7 is a patient 73. Polanco's not that patient against a righty. That's going to be a ground ball over to second. Todd Walker will get to that one. He'll take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. A single and a hit batter, but the Cardinals can't do anything with it. We will be at the 7th inning stretch. Sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I will take a small break. Don't forget, we have Ultra Quick Baseball by Downey Games after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow night. It'll be April 9th, 2001. We will be at Shea Stadium in New York City, where the Atlanta Braves will be battling the New York Mets in the Battle of the Kevins. Kevin Millwood will be on the mound for the Braves, and Kevin Apier will be on the mound for the Mets. Millwood against Apier, Mets and Braves. That should be a good one. Bottom of the 7th coming up, and we're going to get some activity in the Cardinals bullpen as they're going to get they're going to get Mike Timlin warming up the Cardinals. As the bottom of the 7th brings us to the middle of the Rockies order. Here's Helton. Helton tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And once again, I will see you guys at the top of the 8th. They're letting James start the inning. He will get the sign from Matheny, and he will pitch. 8, that's going to be a patient 15. Helton is plenty patient against a righty. He will work a leadoff walk out of the at-bat. Second walk tonight for Helton. That'll put the infield at double play depth. And here's Cirillo. Cirillo tonight is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. James, feeling a little bit nervous. He will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 39, and that's going to be a base hit by Cirillo. Sharp liner drops in front of the left fielder. Runner advances 1 base. As the Rockies already have something going on. And here's Gant. Gant tonight is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. 7-5 Rockies, bottom of the 7th. James will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 31, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Renteria calling everybody off at short. He will make the play, and that will be out number 1. And here's Perez. Perez tonight is 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. James trying to get out of trouble here. Trying to work around a leadoff walk and a base hit. James will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and he will pitch. 11. That's a defense check. Oh boy. Defense check. We're going for an error on the third baseman. Third baseman for the Cardinals is Polanco. His error rating is a 5. He's not going to make an error. No problem there for Polanco. Let's see what they get here. That'll be popped up into foul territory. Polanco will have plenty of room to make that play. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Two down, and the batter now is Maine. Maine tonight is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. James will get the sign from Matheny. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 82. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. Drew coming in for that one. He'll make that catch on the run, and that will retire the side. A leadoff walk turns into a single, turns into nothing for the Rockies. Still 7-5 Colorado, though, after 7. Astacio is going to come out of the game. He's going to turn this one over to the bullpen. As coming in to pitch for the Rockies, once Digital Diamond decides it feels like cooperating tonight, is going to be the lefty going to be the lefty, Ron Vallone. 1-3 with a 6.36 ERA. 46 2/3 innings pitched, 56 hits, 6 homers, 29 walks, and 48 strikeouts in 2001. His job, deal with the middle bottom of the Cardinals' order, keep it right where it is. His first task is J.D. Drew. Drew tonight is 1 for 3 with a double. Vallone will get the sign from Maine. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 14, and that'll be a swing and a miss by Drew. Strike 3, out number 1. Here's Mabry. Mabry tonight is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a sacrifice. Vallone will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a patient 1, and shockingly, that's going to be a walk for Mabry. He will trot to first. Infield will go to double play depth as the tying run in Matheny comes to the plate. Matheny tonight, though, actually, Matheny's got pretty good stats tonight. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a solo shot. Vallone looking in at Maine for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 6. That's going to be a tough 59, right at the top of Matheny's range, but that is going to be a called strike 3 on Matheny. He will be retired on strikes. He does not like the call, but the umpire tells him to go sit down. 2 outs in the inning. James is going to come out of the game. The Cardinals are going to go back to the bench. Yeah. They're going to try to bring the hammer down here and tie this game right here. Coming in to pinch hit for the Cardinals is going to be Big Mac himself, Mark McGwire. 7 home runs, 13 walks against left-handed pitching in 2001. He is also going to take over at first base for Sutton. McGwire, very capable of tying this game with one swing of the bat. Valone will get the sign from Maine. He knows he's got to be careful with McGwire. One mistake is going to Mars and tying this game. Valone will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. 10 is going to be a patient 40. Not quite tying the game, but McGwire will be on with the 2-out walk. He is plenty patient for that, and now the go-ahead run coming to the plate in the form of Vina. Vina tonight is 1 for 3 with a single, and he's been hit by a pitch. Fans here at Coors Field are a little bit nervous and on their feet. Valone will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and from Coors Field, hoping this is a big-time pitch. 5 is a patient 46, and against a lefty, Vina is going to get a hold of one. That's going to be a base hit. Let's see, soft blooper into right field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Mabry will score. McGwire will go to third. Vina to first, and just like that, we have got runners at the corners with 2 outs and a 1-run game all of a sudden. Stadium groans. Ugh. Right. Batter now is Renteria. Renteria tonight is 2 for 4 with a single and a double. We are going to get some activity in the Rockies bullpen, as I think they've about had it with the funny business. They want the closer if he's available tonight. And that's going to be... They're going to start getting Jose Jimenez warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Colorado is watching this game slip away, and they don't want that to happen here. Valone, with 2 outs in the inning, trying to keep this game right where it is here at 7-6. Valone will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 31, and called strike 3 on Renteria. The Rockies dodge more trouble. Stadium sighs. Phew! But that very easily could have been a lot worse. 1 run on 2 walks and a hit. But the Rockies holding on to a 7-6 lead here heading into the bottom of the 8th. All right. Just going to check on chat real quick. All good there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little bit of Thursday night baseball, but the Cardinals need to make a couple changes. First thing they need to do is put McGwire in the game at first base. He's going to take over for Sutton. And okay, hold on. I think I got to do it in this order. So I think the first thing I need to do is let's go to the bench. No, that's not what I want to do. Alright, so I think I've got to do it in this order. Let's deal with our pitching change first. Then I think we have to go back to the bench. Here we go. Wait a minute. There we go. Got it all set up. So just had to deal with the pitching change first. As I mentioned, McGuire is taking over at first for Sutton, and coming in to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Mike Timlin. 4-5 with a 4.09 ERA. 72 and 2/3 innings pitched, 78 hits, 6 homers, 19 walks, 47 strikeouts in 2001. Ballone is going to come out of the game. The Rockies are going to go to the bench here. Let's see, they've got a righty up. So they're going to bring up Todd Hollinsworth. 5 homers, 5 walks against right-handed pitching in 2001. His job is to get a hit or get on base so that the Rockies lineup can try to do some more damage. They could use some insurance. Timlin will get the sign from Matheny. He will set and he will pitch. 3. That's going to be a tough 62, and that's just going to be too high. That's going to be lined over to second, where Vina will put his glove up in self-defense and let the ball slam into it for 1 out in the inning. One out, and here's Pierre. Pierre tonight is 1 for 4, but that one was a triple. Timlin will get the sign from Matheny. Fans here at Coors Field a little bit nervous with only a 1-run lead and their ballpark living up to its reputation. Timlin will set and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 60, and that's going to be a ground ball over to third. Grabbing that is going to be Polanco. He will make the play over to first. 2nd out of the inning. And here's Todd Walker. Walker tonight is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Timlin will get the sign from Matheny. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 6 is going to be an in-play 16, and Todd Walker is going to extend the inning with a single. Todd Walker representing a huge insurance run. And the batter now is Larry Walker. This Walker is 1 for 4 with a single and 2 strikeouts. Timlin will get the sign from Matheny. He will set and he will pitch. 7 is going to be a tough 49. And against a righty, Walker's going to fight that one off. He will have a single. Runner on first advances a guaranteed 2 bases with 2 outs. They are not going to try anything else. Now Helton in the batter's box for the Rockies. Helton tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and 2 walks. Helton could potentially bring in a lot of insurance. Timlin will get the sign from Matheny. Fans here at Coors Field are on their feet. Timlin will set, he will kick, and he will pitch. 5, that's going to be an in-play 50, but that's going to be a ground ball over to third, where McGuire is waiting for that one. He will throw that over to Timlin, coming over to cover, and that will retire the side. 2 hits with 2 outs, but the Rockies aren't able to get anything out of it. 7-6 Colorado after 8. But now we have the age-old question to answer of, will we see some 9th inning magic? I know if Jester was here, he would be hoping for no 9th inning magic. The Rockies need a pitcher. They are turning the ball over to their closer. They're turning the ball over to their closer in Jose Jimenez. 6-1 with a 4.09 ERA and 17 saves. 55 hits, or 55 innings pitched, 56 hits, 6 homers, 22 walks, 37 strikeouts in 2001. His task? Face the murderer's row of the Cardinals lineup. Here's McGuire once again. McGuire got a walk when he came in to pinch hit in the 9th for Mike James. Jimenez, no pressure. Just a couple years ago, McGuire hit 70 homers in 98. Jimenez will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is going to be a patient 91, and that's going to be a fly ball into left field, making the fans nervous, but they notice Gant slowing down near the track. He will make that catch, and that will be out number 1. Here's Langford. Langford tonight is 1 for 3, but that one was a 2-run shot all the way back in the first. He's had 2 strikeouts since. Jimenez will get the sign from Maine. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 6. That is going to be an in-play 80, and it's grounded over to second. Todd Walker will grab that. He'll throw that over to Helton at first. 2 down in the inning. And the last chance for the Cardinals tonight comes to Placido Polanco. Polanco tonight is 2 for 4 with a single and a double. Jimenez will get the sign from Maine. Fans here at Coors Field are on their feet. Jimenez will set. He will kick, and here comes the pitch. 5 is going to be a patient 58, and it's a ground ball over to first. Helton's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself, jump on the bag. That's your game. The Colorado Rockies hold on from a furious charge from the Cardinals. They will take this one by a final score of 7-6. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. As Troy Sawyer now joins us here at Coors Field. Had to step out in the 4th inning. Work gets in the way of fun. I know how that goes. But I'm catching you in at the right time. Yes, you are. For the Rockies, 7 runs on 13 hits and no errors. For the Cardinals, 6 runs on 11 hits and no errors. Winning pitcher for this one is going to be Pedro Estacio. He will have the win. Matt Morris will take the loss. Ron Balone will get a hold, and Jose Jimenez will have the save. But of course, we are not done yet, because we still have ultra quick baseball to get to once I do a little bit of cleaning up. So bear with me while I see to clean up. What? Hold on. Oh, for crying out loud. Here we go. My Excel sheet on my iPad was being a little bit of a pain in the neck, but I got it all handled now. Get these out of the way, but I don't want to go too far with them. It is now time to run the ticker to see how the rest of the majors fared, brought to you by a combination of Ultra Quick Baseball by Downey Games and Fast Score Baseball for the clutch results. The Rockies get a clutch 7-6 victory over the Cardinals, but let's see how the rest of the majors fared. Here's looking at April 5th. We're looking at the Mets and the Braves. Wow, this is going to be a high scoring. Mets, 066 is 9. Braves, Q66, that is also 9. We've got pressure situations all around. Mets looking at an H15 aren't going to score. Braves with a J51. Mets with a J51. They're going to walk that one off. And the Mets are going to take a wild one, 10-9. I think that's at least the third 10-9 game that we've had in this replay already. Red Sox and the Orioles. Red Sox, 033 is 4. Orioles, N11, that is 0. The Red Sox will shut the Orioles out. Expos and the Cubs. Montreal, P11 is 0. Chicago, Q22, that is 3. And the Cubs are going to get that win 3-0. Pirates and the Reds are both L's. Pirates. Pirates roll a 15. That is 2. Reds roll a 66. That's going to be a lot more than 2. That is 8. That game belongs to the Reds. Twins at the Tigers. Minnesota. N62 is 6. Detroit, P56, that is also 6. They have a pressure situation. Twins, looking at I-46, they will score an extra run. Tigers with an A24 will not. Minnesota will take that one, 7-6, late with some ninth inning magic. Brewers and the Astros, both Qs. Brewers roll a 64, that is 8. Astros roll a 42, that is 5. A shootout belongs to the Brew Crew. Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Diamondbacks, R16 is 3. Dodgers, S36, that is 5. And the Blue Bombers are going to win that game. Royals and the Yankees. Royals, Q65. Q65 is 8. Actually, yeah, Q65 is 8. Yankees, P35. That is 4. And the Royals will double up the Yankees. Okay, I was just checking something. Padres and the Giants. Padres, R22 is 3. Giants, Q46, that is 5. And that will be a win for the Giants. Blue Jays and the Devil Rays. Blue Jays, L21. L21 is 2. Devil Rays, 014. That is also 2. Pressure situation heading into the 9th. Blue Jays with a G21 can't do anything with it. Rays with an A45 can do even less with that. They will go to extras. Blue Jays roll a 3 plus 0. Rays roll a 1 plus 2 by virtue of home field. The Devil Rays will take a 3-2 victory out of extras. Angels and the Rangers. Angels, J56, that is 4. Rangers, T55, that is 7, and that'll be a win for the Rangers. On to April 6th, Cardinals and the Diamondbacks. Cardinals, T33, that is 4. Diamondbacks, U23, that is also 4. They have a pressure situation, and they're both Ks. Both teams roll a 22. Neither one will score, so they will go to extras. Cardinals roll a 3. Minus 2 is 1. Diamondbacks roll a 4. Minus 1 is 3. That'll be a win for the Diamondbacks in extras. April 6th, in case I didn't mention that already. Devil Rays and the Red Sox. Devil Rays, 034, that is 4. Red Sox, N45, that is also 4. They have a pressure situation. Devil Rays with an A62, they'll score a run. Red Sox with an H53, they will as well, and we are going to extras. Devil Rays roll a 2, plus 2 is 4. Boston rolls a 6, minus 1 is 5. That will still be a win for the Red Sox in extras. Tigers and the White Sox. Tigers, 055 is 5. White Sox, P32, that is 4. That's a win for the Kitty Cats. Orioles and the Indians. Orioles, M41. M41 is 3. Indians, S34. S34 is 4. That's a win for the Tribe. Padres and the Rockies. Padres, N32 is 3. Rockies, S63, that is 8. That's a win for Colorado. Braves and the Marlins. Braves, P11 is 0. Marlins, T44, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Marlins. Pirates and the Astros. Pittsburgh, 046. 046 is 4. Astros, P46, that is 5. The Astros will take that win. Twins and the Royals. Twins, N42 is 4. Royals, P43. P43 is also 4. They've got a pressure situation. Twins with an I-43, can't do anything with it. Royals with an A-22 can do even less with it. They are going to extras. Minnesota rolls a 4, plus 2 is 6. Kansas City rolls a 1, minus 1 is 0. That'll be a win for Minnesota in bonus baseball. Giants and the Dodgers. Giants, R15, that is 3. Dodgers, Q54, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Dodgers. Reds and the Brewers. Reds, M16 is 2. Brewers, O41 is 4. The Brewers will take that game. Mets and the Expos. Mets, K21. K21 is 2. Expos, P35. P35 is 4. The Expos will double up the Mets. Blue Jays and the Yankees. Blue Jays, R26 is 3. Yankees, S51, that is 5, and that'll be a win for the Bronx Bombers. Angels and the Athletics. Anaheim, R11 is 1. At Oakland, U64 is going to be a lot more than 1. That'll be 9, and the Athletics will blow the Angels out. Cubs and the Phillies are both S's. Chicago rolls a 42. That is 5. Philadelphia rolls a 35. That's 4. The Cubs will beat the Phillies. Mariners at the Rangers. Wow, this is probably going to be a low-scoring one. Mariners, O16 is 2. Rangers, W12, that is 3. That'll hand the Mariners their first loss on the season. April 7th, Cardinals and the Diamondbacks. Cardinals, T63, T63 is 8. Diamondbacks, U12, that is 2. Cardinals will take that one, 8-2. Devil Rays at the Red Sox. Devil Rays, O46, actually O12, I should say, is 1. Red Sox, N46, that is 4. That'll be a win for the Red Sox. Tigers and the White Sox. As ID Jester now joins us here for Ultra Quick Baseball. Tigers, O33, that is 4. White Sox, P51, that is 5, and that'll be a win for the White Sox. Orioles and the Indians. Orioles, M12, that is 1. Indians, S42 is going to be a lot more than 1. That will be 5, and that'll be a win for the Tribe. Padres and the Rockies. Padres, N34 is 3. Rockies, S61, this should be more than 3, that is 8. And once again, Coors Field, proving fortuitous for the Rockies. Braves and the Marlins. Braves, P31 is 3. Marlins, T16, that is also 3. Pressure situations all around. Braves with a J36, can't do anything with it. Marlins can't do anything with an E22 either, so they will go to extras. Braves roll a 2, -2 is 0. Marlins roll a 3, -4 is -1, and with some of the worst clutch rolling I've ever seen, the Braves will win that one in extras. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates, O24 is 3. Astros, P53, that is 5, and that'll be a win for the Astros. Twins and the Royals. Twins, N45 is 4. Royals, P31, that is 3. That'll be a win for the Twins. Giants and the Dodgers. Giants, R44, that is 5. Dodgers, Q16, that is 3. That'll be a win for the Giants. Reds and the Brewers. Reds, M31, that is 3. Brewers, O33, that is 4. That'll be a win for the Brewers. Mets and the Expos. Wow, low-scoring game. Mets, K12. K12 is 1. Expos, P11 is 0. That'll be a win for the Mets. Blue Jays and the Yankees. Blue Jays, R61. R61 is 7. Yankees, S31. That is 4. And the Birdies get away from the Bombers. Angels and the Athletics. Anaheim, R36. That is 4. Athletics, U23. That is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Oops, come here. Anaheim looking at an E56. They will score. They'll take the lead into the bottom of the 9th. Can the Athletics get some 9th inning magic on an M51? Yes, they can, which means we are going to extras. Anaheim rolls a 6, plus 2 is 8. Oakland rolls a 4, minus 1 is 3. That'll be a win for Anaheim in extras. Cubs and the Phillies. Both are S's. Cubs roll a 66. They wanted this one. That's 10. Phillies roll a 36. They didn't want this one as much. That's 5. The Cubs will double up the Phillies. Mariners and the Rangers. Mariners, O33. That is 4. Rangers, W26. That is 5. And the Rangers will take that one. On to April 8th. Cardinals and the Diamondbacks. Cardinals, T51 is 6. Diamondbacks, U43, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Redbirds. Devil Rays and the Red Sox. Devil Rays, O36, that is a big game for the Devil Rays. .32 has them moving up one column, so they are on column P now. 41 on P is 4. Red Sox, N51, that is also 4. Pressure situations all around. Devil Rays with an A11 can't do anything with it. Red Sox with an H33 can't do anything with it either. We are going to extras in Boston. Devil Rays roll a 2, plus 2 is 4. Red Sox roll a 6, minus 1 is 5. That'll still be a win for Boston in extras. Tigers at the White Sox. Detroit, O25 is 3. Chicago, P46, that is 5. That'll be a win for the Pale Hose. Orioles at the Indians. Orioles, M24. M24 is 2. Indians, S62 is going to be a lot more than 2. That'll be 8, and that'll be a win for the Indians. Padres at the Rockies. Padres, N14, that is 2. Rockies, S44, that is 5, and that'll be a win for Colorado. Braves and the Marlins. The Braves will be traveling again on the board tomorrow night. Braves, P23. P23 is 3. Marlins, T34, that is 4. And the Braves are going to be coming in on a little bit of a down note. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates, 051 is 5. Astros, P15, that is 3. And that'll be a win for the Pirates. Hang the Jolly Roger. Twins and the Royals. Twins, N35, that is 3. Royals, P16, that is also 3. Pressure situation in Kansas City. Twins with an I-31, can't do anything with it. Kansas City rolling in A-35, they can't do anything with it either. We are going to extras. Minnesota rolls a 2, plus 2 is 4. Kansas City rolls a 3, minus 1 is 2. Minnesota will take that one in extras. Giants and the Dodgers. San Francisco, R42, that is 4. Los Angeles, Q53 is 5, and that'll be a win for the Blue Bombers. Reds and the Brewers. Reds, M12 is 1. Brewers, 061 is 6. And the Brew Crew will beat up on the Reds. Mets and the Expos. Mets will be back home on the board tomorrow night. Mets, K14 is 1. Expos, P42, that is 4. And that'll be a win for Montreal. Blue Jays and the Yankees. Blue Jays, R25 is 3. Yankees, S56, that is 7. And that'll be a win for the Bronx Bombers as they'll tame the Bluebirds. Angels and the Athletics. Anaheim, R26, that is 3. Oakland, U41, that is 5, and that'll be a win for the Athletics. Cubs and the Phillies, once again, both S's. Cubs roll a 41, that is 5. Phillies roll a 25, that is 4. That'll be a win for the Baby Bears. Mariners and the Rangers. Seattle, 054. 054 is 5. Texas, W53, that is 8. And that'll be a win for the Rangers. And that will do it for tonight's block of Payoff Pitch Baseball. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we will be at Shea Stadium in New York City as the New York Mets will be hosting the Atlanta Braves in the Battle of Kevins. Kevin Millwood will be on the mound for the Braves, and Kevin Apier will be on the mound for the Mets. As for what else is coming up on the channel, Saturday, Mystical Munchies will begin out of the official frozen cookbook as we make the appetizer, Cool as a Cucumber Salad with Dill. On Sunday, the winter campaign will start in Arkham Horror the card game with the first scenario, One Last Job. Wednesday, we will be playing, I think we'll be continuing the background campaign in Hero Realms. Let me double check my content schedule. Yep, we will be continuing the background campaign in Hero Realms. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone. The Colorado Rockies hold off a rush from the St. Louis Cardinals to win this one by a final score of 7-6. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow.